Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Hello, hello, chat room. Boom. What up, guys? Are we loud and clear? Am I coming through? It's been a while, man. Been a little bit of some time. I've been busy and traveling. Friend got married. Traveling around, prepping for the holidays. It's a busy time for everybody. Generally, things tend to slow down both professional life and content creation life around this time. But I might have more free time here on out. I'm not traveling for Christmas this year. But I've been, we've been working a lot of things off stream, and I've been busy with personal life and all that. But we're back, and some of you might have already seen the announcement. Hey, what's going on Twitch, guys? Bagger K the Turk the 17. Thank you. RICK with the big 43. Damn it, Dax with the 10. Joey J Chrome with the 16. Was good, everybody. I see you on YouTube as well. What happened to the music? The music never plays on YouTube. Just saw my direct. Is that what we're calling it? It was that good? You guys enjoyed the direct? I guess that's kind of what it is. All right, why not? Well, let's talk about that direct. So, I am clickbaiting again with big update and in the title, and you might have seen this thumbnail and this title jump scaring you on your timeline on the main channel. How do I do this? There we go. Might have seen this thumbnail jump scaring you on the main channel. The title, it's time for a refresh. So I'm not going to make you guys sit through and watch it already, but the gist of it, we'll get straight to it. We are officially launching a brand new YouTube channel for Trash Talk. And we're going out with a bang because we already have right now Trash Talk with Tasty Steve live on there. Tomorrow we will be publishing Trash Talk with Lord Knight, and the day after that with FeedEX. So I figured, if I'm going to do this whole rebrand, do this whole pivot to a different channel to make a home for Trash Talk, I better kick this off with a bang, right? I can't make this just a one and done thing and not get into the YouTube algorithm, not make it clear. I figured it was, I got to go all out, back to back to back bangers on the channel. And so that's what we're committing to right now, and already 1.85k subscribers, which is crazy. So thanks to everyone who already subscribed to the channel and started watching the new Trash Talk episode. And so about this, I figured it was time for a refresh. I talked about this in the direct, but why not go into a bit more detail? I've been thinking about this for a little while. I've been trying to change what I'm doing on YouTube, and a large part of that is my interest in pursuing more in-depth content that actually has editing, has research, being an actual YouTuber. I think there's a really big difference between being a streamer content creator and being an actual full-fledged YouTuber. And I've done the streaming content creation thing for years now, right? And I think that's the main pipeline that makes sense in the FGC for most people, is to do the streamer to YouTube pipeline, preparing segments that will be then chopped up and put onto YouTube so that one feeds the other. And that's all fine and dandy. And I think if you're a competitive player as well, it's the most bang for your buck. You get to get your practice in, you're in your elements, you're playing your games, and then you can also spend a little bit of time to workshop certain ideas to quickly bang out decent quality in terms of content and information for videos for your YouTube channel. However, I think there's a big difference between that and bespoke content that you produce in regards to YouTube, where you get to go more in depth and more high quality. And I've been really, really interested in pursuing more that written style of content with a lot of editing, a lot of research, and things that are more evergreen. Because if you look at how a lot of this content was before, I mean, you can look at other channels that do very similar things, right? Look at Sajam's channel, or look at Broski's channel, right? The way things worked before is it's whatever topical thing is going on, you make a video about it and you move on. You talk about the aspects of the game you're playing. You might highlight some tech, and these are great things to cover. But the thing about it is, it's not evergreen. Nothing about this is evergreen. It's a constant state of consumption and moving on, which is fine. People need that, and I think there's a ton of value in this type of content, which I've done for forever. But I also wanted to explore something a bit different. I wanted to create videos that people could be watching for years later, and it's not instantly outdated. I wanted it to be like something that was actually going to stand the test of time, and something that you can go back to years later, and there's still something valuable there in the message and in the actual quality itself, which resulted in videos more like The Last Slam, which sure, you can argue this is like a topical video about the Sagem Slam, but really this was an in-depth storytelling experience about my competitive journey and this story, this saga that you can watch almost at any point in time. And then videos like, why do fighting game pros keep celebrating too soon? Like, I highlight some FGC history, but this video, if you don't know, was really a ton of research going into this video, and there's a ton of editing. Like, the editing took a long time. It took a long time to script, took a long time to write. I mean, it's way too freaking long, but we spent a ton of time optimizing this video, right? And I'm really proud of this video. And the thing about this video, which is really interesting, which kind of proved my concept, is this video did not have great views at first. It actually had pretty subpar to average performance originally. And it actually got very little views in the first 30 minutes. Typically, the way content works is, like, in the first 30 minutes, YouTube gives you a 1 out of 10 rating. And that 1 out of 10 rating is going to dictate that performance of that video. If you're 1 out of 10, that means that video is performing better than the past 9 videos that you publish to your channel in the first 30 minutes. If it's a 10 out of 10, you got a stinker, it's bombing. And if you got a 5 out of 10, it's average. I think this video premiered at like a 6 out of 10. It was not doing very well. And I noticed that over time, over the next couple of days, it was not flatlining. Typically, when you have these kind of videos, here, I'll give a typical example of this. So typically, right, your video, when it releases, it'll have a sharp initial boost of views, and then it just flatlines over time, right? And it might get a few views here and there, but typically this is a typical view chart of the life of any kind of YouTube video, where, like, it rates you right here. This is the first 30. Well, that's disgusting. This is the first 30 minutes, right? And then that kind of tells you how well this video is going to do. If you focus on content that is more evergreen and is actually good, is engaging, tells a good story, produced well, it can find an audience. And what I found with this video is its progression. Yeah, it had a little bit of this flat line, but it was also a lot more, like, it was a bit more steady. Like, it kind of steadily climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed a lot longer from its initial start. It did flatline eventually, but it was like, you know, it had a lot more life to it, and eventually began to outpace other videos. And then suddenly this video did this. It caught a second wind. The algorithm suddenly decided that this video was worthwhile. I could literally see the YouTube machine turn on. And this was the same for both views and impressions. And the difference between these is honestly not much. They're extremely strongly correlated. Views are people who actually click on your video and watch it. Impressions are the number of times this video is shown on the sidebar as a recommended video or on your homepage, the thumbnail. Like, it's an option that YouTube promotes for people to click on it. The more impressions you get, the more views you're going to get. And that ratio of impressions to views is your click-through rate, the percentage of time when that video is shown do people click on it. If you maintain a decent click-through rate and a decent watch time, your impressions will go up, which then makes your views go up. And I noticed, I could see at this point in time, this was like a month after release, the YouTube machine kicked on and said, hey, wait a minute, this video is actually good. This video is actually good, and we're gonna, for no reason whatsoever, there was no correlating event in the outside world. This was before the Street Fighter 6 movie was announced. There was like no real life news event that would drive engagement to this video to breathe it new life. It just naturally got picked up in the algorithm again, and its viewership became my best and still climbing viewed video. And that proved to me, like, okay, I can do this. Because the difference between doing a video like Why Do You Fight a Game Pros Keep Celebrating Too Soon and the typical Twitch to YouTube pipeline is time and effort. This video took over a month of dedicated effort to produce. Meanwhile, in the past, we could pump out from the stream videos 3, 4, 5, sometimes videos per week. And even if each one of these videos only gets 25,000 to 30,000 views, after 5 videos, it's 150,000 views. That's more views than having one super premium video that's doing a lot more well. So I have to get exponentially more views to have the trade-off for making that one premium video that takes a lot more time investment worth it, when I can make up for that with a week of basic, kind of topical and not evergreen content that is the standard, I think, in the fighting game community. On top of that, maybe I could offset that by selling more sponsorship spots, things of that nature, because it's more likely to get a higher view count. But I realize, like, this is what I feel more proud of. This kind of content, I think it objectively earns you less money. If you're like a streamer shitting out YouTube videos, I think that's the least amount of effort, most return for your buck. However, this, to me, doing videos like Why Do Fighting Game Pros Keep Celebrating Too Soon, The Last Slam, and also even like the really in-depth guides that are way more highly edited, those to me feel much more fulfilling creatively. And I feel a lot more proud of them. And it's something that I can like show off and be like, hey, like, I made this. Like me and Double A. Let me make it sure it's clear. Double A is doing the editing. I do the writing and the recording and the directing. Double A is a huge part of it. Like, it's a collaboration between us two. I think we're both way more proud of that kind of work. And I wanted to focus a lot more on that. In the meantime, Trash Talk became a big part of it, and I'm proud of Trash Talk. And I figured, okay, Trash Talk can help fill in the time between these major uploads, because the main Trash Talks, they did take a lot of effort, the big marquee ones. But the extra Trashy was there to kind of fill in and provide a vehicle for more continuous content, while we then focused on, in the background, creating the premium and more higher produced content, along with the Clips channel to take over for the stream to YouTube pipeline. However, a problem definitely arose where I realized, like, I think the audience and the algorithm is starting to get a bit confused, because you don't know if the video is going to be a podcast or if it's going to be a like deep dive video that I go really in depth onto a topic, or if it's going to be a Trash Talk or Extra Trashy. It got a little confusing, I think, for the audiences, and I think it was starting to divide the audiences on this channel. And in my opinion, I think that might have impacted some people, and I got comments confirming that. A lot of people told me, like, hey, I didn't click on this video because I thought this was a podcast, because it's, it's an hour long, and it's the branding is not like that crazy different. Even though I do mark the podcast as Trash Talk and Extra Trashy, at a certain point, like, at a glance, it's not clear to the user right away. It's not immediately clear. So with all that in mind, what I wanted is for every single time there's an upload to this Brian F channel, even if it's only once a month, I wanted people to be like, yes, I'm there. I'm grabbing my popcorn. I'm sitting down. This is an event. I know this is going to be a great video, and I want to stop whatever I'm doing and watch this. That's my eventual goal. I think this video hit that target, right? I want every single upload to mean that on this channel. And the channels that do that, they don't upload multiple times a week. It's impossible. That's just not how it operates. So I figured, to keep that vision alive, keep it consistent, it was time for the Trash Talk channel. Move this over to Trash Talk, a dedicated channel. This will find a home. People who like Trash Talk will tune in here. It's still in the same place for Spotify as well, and it'll have its own home. On top of that, that also solves the other problem where I didn't have a way to do clips of this show. I didn't have a place to actually highlight the show and do short form clips from it, because I can't start flooding this channel here with clips of Trash Talk. So you can see here, like, I had the NuckleDu podcast. There were some crazy moments on there, but I didn't really have a place to actually put those clips in, like, those short moments. NuckleDu paying off $140,000 in taxes, that's a huge story. That is crazy. You might not want to dig through 2 hours of a video podcast to find that 10-minute story. So I had to put these on separate channels, but then it's like, now I'm spamming across multiple channels, and I can't spam that into, this one channel here. So with now the Trash Talk channel, I'm going to be able to put up clips, pull out key moments, and there'll be distinct branding for Trash Talk and Extra Trashy main episodes. And then for the clips, it'll be separate branding. So now the whole ecosystem can live in one place. So if you want Trash Talk clips, you want Trash Talk the podcast, it's all going to be in one spot. It's all going to be in one spot. That is the goal, so that it doesn't impact the experience on other channels, and that people have it all in one place. And I saw some pushback, some critique, like, oh no, you're splitting this up, it's going to be harder to find everything. I consider that as well, and I understand that, but on YouTube, people don't watch the videos for you, for the most part. There's a small subset of people who are actually your fans and want to watch what you do, but for the most part, it's not just the subject of the content, it's the format and the structure and the quality of the content that really matter. And people who might want to watch me might not want to watch a 2-hour podcast every time. That's a huge commitment, and that's a different audience. Long form, extra long form is a completely different audience than like streamer video clip highlight audience. Very different. And so this needed a place to live. So going forward, we're going to have Trash Talk with Brian F. And also Brian F. Clips. We updated the name to More Brian F. because I think people didn't realize that this was not just a clip farm channel that wasn't run by me. And some people didn't know that these were like edited videos. These are videos like doing this. This is probably going to go on the Clips channel. It's me on stream talking. It's me on stream playing games. It's me on stream interacting with other people. It's highlights from the stream. It's dedicated discussion videos like they used to be on the main channel. It's all here. These are like slideshows that I prepare. I sit down and get the tabs out. That's all on the Clips channel. But I think people didn't vibe with Clips anymore. And, this used to be Clips. This used to be like little 20-second, 30-second highlights. And it used to be actual clips. So I decided to change this. I went through a ton of different branding ideas. More Brian F is what I landed on because it's like the easiest to go with. I thought about Brian F, like Brine, but I think it's too hard to phonetically distinguish between Brian F and Brine F. So I just figured this is the most clear-cut way I can define this, as it's more of Brian F. If you want more, you go here. I thought of Brian G. I thought of a bunch of different. I went through a ton of different names, and I figured it's better to be boring here. Yeah, Brian F would be cool, but like I said, I think phonetically, I don't know. It's too much of an in-joke. It's hard to distinguish with audio. I don't know. So this is what I went with. So we updated this. This is more branding pulled from the Extra Trashy update. And by the way, all of this branding is handled by the wonderful Jeremy's Mansford, who did the original Respect the Stones merch. And of course, we got more updates from him. We haven't premiered a new Extra Trashy for the new season yet, but there was pretty interesting update. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay. So Jeremy did all the new branding for Trash Talk, and of course, Extra Trashy does return with a brand new intro as well. So, new intro, new music. He does everything. This whole thing is done by Jeremy, the music and everything. So his work is incredible. If you don't remember where I found Jeremy, he did that super awesome like 35th anniversary. I believe it was 35th anniversary or 30th. I don't remember. Anniversary montage with Ryu. So this will be for the extra trashy, you know, to imply that it's next level. You have evil Brian F dropping the trash down. You know, I'm sure there's a few Easter eggs in the trash over there. We have trash talk here, but we're going next level with it. It's extra trashy. The Oro in there. We had to throw a Ryu in. And, you know, something to keep it a little bit more direct. We thought about maybe doing a Balrog, but Balrog's not in Street Fighter 6, and you never know. So, you know, I thought about putting Idom or Rob in there, but they're so inconsistent. I mean, Idom's pretty consistent, but I was like, I don't know who's going to show up to the episode or not. So I figured it'd have to be me, the one common theme. And also adding more people made it, like, you know, more difficult animation-wise. So baller intro, that'll be the intro for extra trashy episodes going forward. And then, of course, with all that, we have the merch store. Merch store has officially launched on Orchid 8 over at brianf.shop to commemorate the brand new revamp of Trash Talk. And all the designs are on there from the new Trash Talk branding. But we also have new designs also. So let me go ahead and show those. So this brand new Trash Talk official logo. We got extra trashy here with the actual dump truck going on. And then the new designs. This one doesn't work as good up close. Hadoken, we have the classic Hadoken, but with the coffee cup in there. This one might be my favorite. Brian F's famous spaghetti. Totally under control since 09. And this one is great. Like, Jeremy hit me with this one out of nowhere. I was telling him about the spaghetti. And this one has the motion directions as the spaghetti with the arrows. And, you know, the red circle that they use to represent the base of the ball top for the arcade stick is like the meatballs and the spaghetti. This one is so sick. So sick. Like, he hit me with this one last second, and I was like, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, it's based on, you know, the basic move list one. We get to have some inside jokes on that one. Last one, for real, with the coffee mug, spaghetti on there, and the rage quit. So yeah, a lot of little details on these, and of course, just a basic single one. So all these designs are available on the brianf.shop. That is the URL. Exclamation point update in the chat here on Twitch if you want to check that out. And so we have all those different designs and hoodies and on t-shirts and of course on coffee mugs as well. And this is on Orchid 8. We moved the shop over there. Orchid 8 is run by Bricky. You remember Team Unk Bricky? He talked to me at Evo about how he actually operates a merch store. This guy does everything. You know, he also sells and creates flavored toothpicks. He told me about this. Bricky is an entrepreneur. I had no idea. He started telling me about all his side hustles. I was like, what the hell, man? We gotta chat. He's doing so many different side hustles. I think he has a few more. But I have two. He has also Texas watermelon flavored toothpicks. Very interesting, right? So I was a big fan of what they had to offer for the merch store. And so they got that going at brianf.shop. And those are all the new designs. So that's basically it. That's the deep dive. I mean, the quick refresh video was more succinctly edited, but that's where I am. That's where my head's at with content going forward. I'm currently in the process of writing the next video for the main channel, so it's going to take time to cook. We're going to have Trash Talk being 2 more episodes to publish on the new channel, and we're going to be doing extra trashing and everything, keeping these uploads regular and uploading clips and highlights from the podcast to this channel. More Brian F is going to continue with the stream to YouTube pipeline and, you know, actual planned videos as well that we do on here. That's going to be going on the More Brian F channel. So we got a lot of things coming. Basically, just getting things organized so that people can find what they want. And if they get down like a YouTube algorithm rabbit hole on my content, if they're on the Trash Talk channel, they're going to get podcast clips and podcast episodes. You're on the Brian F channel, it's going to be deep dive videos that are really highly produced. It's going to be a premium sit down type of video. And if you want to just binge some casual content from the stream, that's going to be on More Brian F. Boom, boom, clean. There we go. It's set in stone. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. I don't know. Any thoughts? Don't tell me. We're going down this path and we're going to see if it works or not. All right, you can tell me. What do you think? I know I heard some people were saying this is a bad idea. We'll see. I just want to create that space to be able to actually make the Brian F channel special. Is this the last live stream on the main channel for now? Good question. On YouTube, Scavjess. No, I don't mind doing the live streams on the YouTube channel, because if you notice, they don't populate the video tab, and I can also delist them. The lives are here. I think that's fine, and they've all been CViper thumbnails because I lost my hard drive and I lost my template. I started recreating the template today, but you see how the live here is scuffed and not transparent. I copied that from my previous thumbnail, copy pasted the live, and I overlaid this picture on top of CViper here, and I added the bars back. Basically, I had a template, and that template is on my hard drive that died, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to make a fucking thumbnail when I go live. And so this one is, I saved this as YouTube thumbnail template scuffed. So I'm still going to be doing the live streams on the main channel. Killing it. I worked at Google for many years. I think this is a great idea. Ooh, we got the inside scoop. Okay, hold on. Feed me the details. Let me thank some people. I kind of ignored you guys while I was ranting there. Pink Kinesis, thanks to the 42. Appreciate that. Eek Stream to the 11. Wanted to show my appreciation for the content lately. Really high quality and engaging. I was at Final Round with Listen Kenso, so thank you for taking us all down memory lane. Oh, snap. Okay, the man himself. Glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm 9B Lank with the 5 months. Thank you. Yogmoth69 with the 13. Howdy as well. Jelly Jams was good. YouTube Shorts is huge for podcasts. Yeah, and this will give us more space to post the shorts. That's what I like the most about having a separate channel, is having space to put just like clips. You know my inspiration for this. You're gonna laugh at me. I don't actually watch Club Shay Shay. This is but I study it. Shannon's been through some tough times, huh? I study Club Shay Shay. Because when I started the podcast, I was like, how the fuck do you publish a podcast? It's actually very confusing. It's the world of podcasts is being a YouTuber compared to being a podcaster, very confusing space. It's an extremely confusing space because podcasts go across so many different platforms, and then you have to figure out how they integrate and how do you distribute the podcast to all these different platforms and what's the most optimal way to do it. A lot of weird things. So I actually literally a big part of the inspiration from this is how he structures his videos, because he has a format for full episode. Right? Full episode. And then, but there's still times where you're going to post a segment. This is a 3-hour and 40-minute podcast. Here's a 20-minute video from it. Has 184K views, right? These are different segments, smaller segments from the main podcast, which have value. T-Pain talking about buying a plane, 350K views, right? So I was like, dude, this makes sense, but I don't have a place for this to live, because if I start spamming my main channel with these little tidbits, it's gonna turn people off. And a lot of people actually don't like reposting content or repackaging content. And so I figured, I was like, dude, the only way this makes sense, where what you're signing up for, is to have a separate channel. That's the only way this makes sense. Does he do shorts actually? Yeah, of course. You see what I'm saying? It all has to live in one place. And to me, the Trash Talk brand is a separate brand now. Yeah, see, J Money here says, I just hate that there's more than one channel. It's so annoying. I've now had to subscribe to a third channel. I'm going to have to try and differentiate between the three now. Right, but I think that it will be easier. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, and I appreciate you even considering that. But let me also propose this. Most people don't view things based on what they're subscribed to. That is just a fact of YouTube. People click on what is recommended to them. And what happens when everything is on the main channel is the algorithm starts to decide who the audience is for the videos. And what my channel became was only the audience for Trash Talk, which is a smaller subset of the main channel. And it's not what I do in between. This is, you don't subscribe and get feeds to watch the videos. An extremely small minority of any viewership on any like active YouTube channel comes from the subscribers feed or from notifications. About 80% of all your traffic, 80 to 90% of all your traffic will always come from homepage recommendations and recommended videos on the sidebar. And what you subscribe to has little to zero impact on what gets recommended to you. What gets recommended to you is the algorithm determining, based on your past and recent watch history, related audiences that watch similar content. They'll recommend that content to you. It's a giant hive mind. So that's how that operates. So I agree with what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But what I've realized is I'm messing up the hive mind, because my channel is being pigeonholed into being a podcast channel. And for the people who want to know what they're clicking on, it became more confusing, I would argue. Because, like I said, is this a podcast or is this an edited video? A lot of people told me, oh, I originally ignored this video over and over because I thought it was a podcast. When I finally watched it, I was like, oh, this is a great video. What am I doing? And when YouTube shows an impression and you don't click on it, that reduces the click-through rate and suppresses your video's performance in the algorithm until it eventually kills it off, right? So that's the issue, right? So I realized, it's like, okay, like, there's an audience for this, but I'm conflating. I have two completely separate formats, and it's definitely going to reduce the click-through rate and then therefore funnel my channel to one specific audience. And then when I do videos that conflict with that audience, I could see it. I could see it. I could see, this is what my video did. My video flatlined, and then it took off when it realized, oh, this is not a podcast. This is a good video. It's an actual edited video. The algorithm, I saw the algorithm kick in. It took a month. I saw the machine turn on where it went, wait a minute, this isn't a podcast. This is a video that can reach a wider audience related to fighting games. So that's the issue, is that it's not clear. So that's my theory. Now, this is all an imperfect science based on, you know, past performance and observation. But so, like, I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but that's my theory. And so I would argue, I understand the issue, and I appreciate you even considering subscribing. But I would also say that on any one of my videos, I would argue that if 50% of the viewers on my video are subscribed, that's a bad sign. A good video is a video where the vast majority of viewers are not subscribers. That's another metric I firmly believe in. If my video says 100% of your viewers came from subscribers, I would say my channel is dead. I would say YouTube has killed my channel. I have failed to capture an audience, and it's over. I'm unsub then. Well, you don't got to do all that. You don't got to. Come on now. We don't got to do all that now. You don't got to do all that. But it's the truth. It's very weird. Like that's kind of how it works. And so this video, for example, the podcasts have extremely high subscriber ratios. Most people who watch the podcast are subscribers, which kind of makes sense because it's a more niche thing, and it's very, I don't know, it's not going to attract a super wide new audience, right? It's going to be people who are tuning in for specific personalities, and that's fine. That was being transplanted over to my other longer form videos. Also, I would argue the branding wasn't distinct enough on the thumbnails. So maybe there's a world where we just did the new branding and stuck to it. The thing is, I don't love that because I am not committed to any thumbnail branding. I firmly believe in just doing whatever works. I do want to keep the thumbnails consistent enough where we can tell right away that this is whatever it is. But like, Jeremy worked on the branding as well. If people don't like the way these thumbs look, I'm not gonna, or if they don't click on it, I'm not going to keep that. So there was a lot of bleed over with the branding with whatever was working at the time. So there is a world theoretically where maybe we just tried really hard to make extremely distinct thumbnails for the podcast, but still, like, look, podcast, not podcast, podcast, guide, not podcast, guide, not podcast, podcast, not podcast. It was just like, come on, dude. We cannot keep up enough output to keep up with the podcast. So That's why I really was like, this has to change. This has to change. That's what I thought. Today I was searching your videos because I haven't seen you in a while. And this is what happened. I searched your name and just checked Brian F. No video. So I had to check 2 different channels for your videos. It was mildly annoying. Like I said, yeah, I do appreciate you looking, but that's the problem is if you had to search for my videos, that means I am not creating content in the format that is desirable for the YouTube algorithm, and you're not getting recommended to my videos. 99% of the people who will ever watch the video will go to the YouTube homepage and they will click whatever is recommended to them. It's just, that's just how it works these days, right? Right now, I'm thinking the live stream still stay on main. That's what I mentioned earlier. Who would have guessed that Tasty Steve was a Street Fighter 4 hater? That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely, once we get all the podcasts put out, this mad rush run we're in right now, I'm definitely going to be putting a clip of Tasty Steve hating on Street Fighter 4. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. And if you haven't seen that, check out the podcast. But I'm definitely going to make that a separate video because that is a clickable video right there, and it needs a place to live. What is the Clips channel mainly for? It's now more Brian F, man. It's this, what we're doing right now on stream. It's going to be edited highlights. It's going to be prepared segments. It's going to be reviews of characters, technical analysis. It's going to be gameplay highlights, tournament reviews. It's going to be just regular OG Brian F videos. Makes sense. Street Fighter 4 is boring as fuck to watch and play. Hold on now. Sometimes Street Fighter 4 could be boring to watch occasionally, but it's definitely not boring to play. Definitely not. It is funny how people were going Street Fighter 4 like heavy towards the end. More Brian F is a quality slop content. Exactly. I would love to use a different word besides slop, but that's essentially what it is. It's stuff that it goes bad. It's a microwave meal. You got to watch it within the week that it's published, or else that's it. It doesn't make sense anymore. It's not relevant anymore. What's up, Jack Chop? Thanks for the 16 months. Appreciate that. You played a lot of DiCaprio for TNS over the weekend. It didn't quite help. I guarantee you there was probably a handful of people who were like, damn, Street Fighter 4 is back, let's go. And then they kind of maybe didn't like it too much. Maximilian, you've already made your decision, so I have no choice but to search through all 3 of your channels now. But I want to say Maximilian keeps all content on one channel, and I love the convenience. Right. So Maximilian Dude is the most successful fighting game content creator and streamer of all time. And what does he produce? Stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Probably a stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Stream VOD highlight. Max is an incredible content creator. What he is doing is something that I want to start doing less of. Terrible businessman? No, I think what Max is doing is by far the most profitable path to go. Become a mega influencer where you can talk about anything and everything under your wheelhouse and continuously pump out video after video after video after video after video from your streams where you're making money on your streams and people are donating to you and they're subbing to you, and then the videos get even more return on your investment and grow your reach, and then it's just a constant gravy train. which is great. That is the most profitable thing to do. By far. And I'm not hating on Max for doing that. He's worked his ass off to get to this position, and he is an influencer. He's an influencer. I am growing less and less interested in being an influencer. I want to try to be a content creator. I want to do things where I sit down in front of a Google Doc and write words to a paper and plan a script and work on things that take months at a time to produce. That people will be recommended years later. I want to do more of that. I want to try to achieve that. People, I'm not going to be Core A gaming level, but the reason why people have such reverence for Core A gaming is because his videos are timeless. Now, I'm not going to do what Core A gaming is doing specifically, but what I'm saying is Core A gaming made videos that could be watched by anybody. He did a lot to grow the FGC, in my opinion. I would like to, I'm trying to take my stab at going slightly more in this direction. I will be a little bit more in the weeds with fighting game competitive history and technicality, for sure, because that's my wheelhouse. That's what I care about. But this is more what I'm thinking of. And I can guarantee you this makes you less money. This makes you less money. Absolutely. Because over 8 years, 4.3 million views. If Core A Gaming could put out 60K views per video and do 5 a week, he would have went past that a long time ago. So that's my goal. When Core A Gaming uploads a video, people stop what they're doing and watch it. That's more what I'm interested in doing. Like, I'm less interested in doing... I used to do what Max did a lot more frequently. I used to do, you know, I did the broski thing. I did the Sage Jam thing. I've done it. I've done it for 5 years. It doesn't really... This doesn't fulfill me anymore. It's cool. It's not my main driving inspiration right now. That's all I'm saying. And that's why they're separate channels. Because it's going to be very different types of videos. Now, will this fail and blow up in my face? Yeah, probably. Probably. But whatever, man. I'm going to try. Yeah, Max does have a separate channel. What's his podcast called? He has a podcast. Triple KO. Which is not on the main channel. Oh, they're on hiatus. So have you been watching Maximilian's podcast? Oh, it ended for real, for real? Well, they went for 3 years. It's pretty good. Oh, it says they're the final Triple KO. I watched a couple of these. Yeah, see, I watched a handful of them. Yeah, they all got kids, right? I like those videos where you just talk about the Twitter FGC drama of the day. Yeah, people like that, but I also don't. I've not been watching Maximilian podcast at all. I didn't even know he had one. Lol, that's funny. See, that's my point. They're separate audiences. Like, if you don't want to watch my podcast, I don't want you to see it. I want the algorithm to be so fine-tuned to what you want that there's not a single wasted impression. If you're not interested in watching a multi-hour yap session with me and other people, I don't want that to be recommended to you. I only want that to be recommended to who want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea. LA Joe is a dad too? No. Totem 5, thanks for the 4 months. Will we still get the tourney recaps on the main or second channel? The EVO 2024 vid is still one of my all-time favorites. That was a banger. Yeah, those will, if I do them, will go on the second channel. If I do something that goes on the main channel, it's going to be something that will be like an analysis or a review or a deep dive on something that's meant to be timeless and not timely. So that would go on the second channel. Recent updates, reactions to things, second channel. Which I have done. I have done exactly that video on More Brian F. I did that with Esports World Cup. Now, I haven't done as many lately because there's been less tournaments, first of all, and also I haven't had time. I did Esports World Cup LCQ. That's literally that exact type of video right here. All the slides, all of the tabs open, highlighting everything. So, you know, a lot of FGC lore and history that unfortunately is not documented too much. This new direction could be an opportunity to inform the general audience about these things. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like I want to take a stab at, and even if I do more technical like analysis of fighting game stuff, I want, if I put on this channel, which I do want to do, it's going to be, you know, in depth and have a broader appeal. The fact that I haven't seen Max's podcast has opened my eyes to what you actually want. I get it now. I'll just focus on the live streams and recaps. The podcast not for me. I get it now. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't want to click on the podcast and watch it, I just don't want it to be recommended to you, and that's fine. And I think this was like blurring the lines and kind of causing some issues on my main channel. But the fact that you're even like concerned about seeing what I produce means that you care, so I appreciate that. It's just like that's not how most people operate, right? Most people are very casual viewers and they just click on things that seem interesting to them, and then you need to deliver very quickly on what they thought it might be and keep their attention. So, you know, it's I'm trying to make that easier. So anyways, that's what's up there. Extra Trash will be on the Trash Talk. Everything podcast will be here. What is going on? Is that Club Shay Shay showing up? What? This thing is glitching out. Everything Trash Talk will be here. So Extra Trashy will be returning and will be on the Trash Talk podcast channel. It'll have separate branding. So the green motif with Trash Talk is for the main Trash Talk, and the more piss yellow one with the dumpster is Extra Trashy. So you'll see the separate branding for each one of them. So the thumbnails for Trash Talk will have different colors. A lot of YouTubers have their podcast separately, so it clearly works. Yeah, I think just it's a different thing for the FGC, I think, because most people are used to YouTube, Twitch streamers who do YouTube, which is cool. It's just a different thing. It's all I've done for years, so I'm just trying something new. I love to listen to Spotify, but my country sucks and they remove that podcast from here. Mine specifically or in general? What country? That's crazy. I mean, if you check it out at all, I appreciate it no matter what. Ado go boom? Ado go... A dog go boom? Why is a dog going boom? Thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Venezuela can't access podcasts at all on Spotify. Really? Did you ever make Spotify partner? No. We got kind of close. But then, you know, things were... Timelines got busy. You know, I had to do a bunch of travel, personal stuff, life events. And then we didn't make that push. So now this is the next wave of the push. I mean, with 3 banger Trash Talk episodes onto the Spotify all at once, it can give maybe the surge. We had to go on a hiatus for a little bit while we got all this ready. You have an RSS feed for the podcast? Yes, Trash Talk is on Spotify, which has an RSS feed. Now, if you listen to it on Spotify, that's what I prefer because I'm trying to make partner there. But, you know, it's literally on Spotify. So it's a real podcast. So we updated the branding here as well. If you listen on Spotify, it tracks the metrics as... I'm just so curious what Spotify partner is. Yeah, we're trying to get extra trashy back to weekly, and then the trash talks will be sprinkling in here and there. I'm just adamant. Thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate that. Do I fuck with Apple Music? I never use that, but it's on Apple Music. Okay. Enough about me. Thanks for rocking with me, guys. Appreciate it. I guess we got to talk about this patch, huh? I guess we need more slop for more Brian F. What patch? Good one. All right, let's talk about the patch. Let's get into it. Let's set up some context as well. There was just recently a balance patch for Street Fighter 6. But before we actually talk about the patch, I feel like it's really useful to take a moment to step back and look at the patch history for this game. So on the Street Fighter Buckler website, you can actually get the full list of changes. And the way the patches were structured as we got used to over the past 2.5 years, you can see that there's all these minor updates, which generally feature very sparse balance updates and are usually bug fixes. Then you have the year-month version, the 2024-05 version update here. This was officially what the community would call the mark of Season 2. And this balance patch here had changes for all the release characters at the time and had universal changes and had an overall concept from the devs here. And in practice, or the actual effects of this patch, were the initial nerfs to parry, where parry had a wider hurt box, and perfect parry now introduced scaling to the drive gauge damage on the follow-up combos as well. And they also made a few other universal changes, but the parry one was definitely the big one. And then significant balance updates to the majority of the cast, like individual unique character changes. Since that moment, you know, there was no big patches until come December, 7 months later, we had the December 2nd patch in 2024. And this patch was actually very big. I thought this was supposed to be a minor patch, but we actually had a lot of significant changes to the individual characters. The universal changes were like not that big of a deal from this patch, but this patch did a lot of things like reverting changes to nerfs to JP. It also added a lot of buffs to characters like Terry, and Ryu got a lot of decent buffs during this time as well. Dhalsim got his safe on block super. There was a lot of interesting changes during this balance patch, which kind of caught me by surprise, which is starting to set the tone for the pacing for the patches. In Street Fighter V, it was very common for you to have an initial season-defining patch introducing the new season, then have a mid-season patch which kind of fine-tuned things and was also pretty substantial. And so it seemed like Street Fighter VI was following the same pattern. Now come 2025-06 version. This is right when Street Fighter VI Years 1 and 2 Edition is releasing on the Switch. This is the big patch, which had more universal mechanic changes, which were things like the throws now granting meter to whoever teched the throw, which was a crazy change in hindsight, right? So I don't know why they did that. And also introduced the changes to perfect parry, where you had to then perfect parry high and low explicitly. If you perfect parried a low attack mid, it would give you an imperfect parry and not cause the screen freeze and frame advantage. And also a decent amount of character-specific changes as well. Overall, people thought it was kind of not that crazy. Like, the changes to the characters weren't that crazy. The big ones were like Ryu getting buffed like Omega crazy after the already substantial buffs in the previous patch, and Mai not getting nerfed at all, really. And so it was kind of seen, I think, as a very underwhelming patch. Maybe Ken was the most impacted from this patch. He got nerfed pretty heavily in hindsight, I would say, with his changes to Jinrai and his throw loop pressure. But overall, I think people thought that these system changes were not impactful. In fact, giving the defender more meter when teching a throw, which was supposed to be enabling or helping the throw loop situation, ended up just causing more chaos. And sometimes it would give the offensive player meter when they delay teched, and ended up with a lot more usage of super throughout the rounds, and ended up with more level 3s. It made the game more volatile, I feel. And I don't know, people were at the time were also saying crazy things like, guys, why do you keep calling this the Season 3 balance patch? This is not Season 3. I went back also and double checked the release dates on these patches before going live here and checking the Reddit comments, and those comments were everywhere. I got those comments on my YouTube channel. I got those comments on Twitter. I got those comments on Twitch. I don't know what copium people were huffing at the time. It was so strange to me to say, for people saying, this is not the big balance patch. Don't worry, the big balance patch is coming. That's not how it operates. When they do this, the year, month, ver, that means it's the big balance patch. That is like the updated version of the game. Very strange that I saw all those comments. I don't know where that was coming from. It was just not following the pattern at all. And anyways, it was true that this was the big update. There was very little to no changes from here going forward until December. Now remember, last December, we had maybe arguably a bigger balance patch, at least to the individual characters, not the system mechanics, than the initial Season 2, the 2024-05 version patch. This had a ton of changes. I was so caught off guard by how impactful this patch was. And at this time, a lot of people are starting to get a little unruly with how Mai and the West is running the game. And it turns out there's another demon perceived over in Japan for running the game over there. And, you know, people are definitely hankering for a balance patch. Ryu is running amok, spamming Hashogeki and Donkey Kick like crazy. People definitely wanted some changes to the top tiers of the cast. For sure, that was a common sentiment amongst a lot of the active player base. So, December 16th, finally a balance patch. What do they deliver? So, as you can see with the highlighted characters, it's a far cry from the main version balance patch and the December 2nd balance patch of last year. We're following the same timelines. By this logic, December 6th or December 16th, we should have a decent amount of characters changing. We got a handful. And it turns out that these are mostly bug fixes. The only characters that got actual balance changes are the DLC characters, Mai, Elena, and Sagat. Sea Viper got nothing as well. 3 characters got patched. And Mai, while it looks like she has a page of nerfs here, it's actually just one nerf, and these are all one nerf, and there's a separate nerf to the throw. She got her throw loop nerfed so that if you dash in, you're actually closer after the throw, meaning she cannot walk back to shimmy because she'll get thrown in return. No change to the frame advantage. It's still a true throw loop. It's still really strong. But, you know, you can maybe threaten between Wake Up Invincible Reversal and Wake Up Quick Tech, and she can't bait both options if she dashes in. So it is a nerf, for sure. It does have an impact to the strength of the throw loop, but it's still a really strong throw loop. The rest of this is nerfs to how much drive gauge is recovered by the opponent when they parry. So actually, you recover more drive gauge when you parry the fans, and that means you won't be burnt out as much by the fans. I think these changes are impactful. Don't get me wrong. I think these changes do make it a little bit less likely that you're going to get burnt out by Mai, and sometimes you can risk a reversal or a quick tech on a throw loop. This will change the outcome of matches here and there, for sure. But the OD fan is still there, her neutral is still there, her level 1 is still there. Like, she's still the same character, for sure. This is not a massive adjustment into her perceived strength, and it's not a massive adjustment into the experience fighting the character. But it does matter. I don't want to downplay that. I do think the drive gauge pairing, like you just regular parry a fireball and you get drive gauge back, your drive gauge positive, is pretty big, because sometimes you just get burned out mid-screen and die. So that is pretty big. I do want to emphasize that. So Elena got a few nice adjustments for her buffs, which I think were needed. Her Leopard Snap leaves her closer, so she can get 2 lights on block instead of 1 while the opponent walks away, so it's harder to walk out of her pressure. And she now builds meter after doing her level 1. If she combos after her level 1 anti-air super, she builds meter. Kind of nice. And then Sagat, he got buffed like crazy. Now his Tiger Nexus connects from his lights really easily, allowing him to do light confirms into Tiger Nexus. And also his lights have decreased... there's decreased pushback all over the place, and his crouching light kick has pushback on hit and block reduced, improving his light pressure and confirms, and also the combos there. And crouching medium kick has more frame advantage, and that means he's going to get way better driver's combos from crouching medium kick. His previous issue was his low game was not that good. Normally, after a low confirm, when people trying to walk away from his Tiger Nexus pressure, you'd only get like a crouching light kick, stand jab, into DP, which is a worse knockdown situation that he can get from other combos. Now, the crouching light kick to stand jab will combo into a Tiger Nexus again, and you can go into a Tiger Nexus reset for pressure or an overhead, and then go for a strike throw shimmy immediately, or go low again. So you can kind of get looped like a Jin Rice situation like Ken by Sagat now because of his low buffs, and also the reduced pushback on the Nexus. So they're kind of flatlining his weakness. You're in a little bit of a mid-screen vortex with the Tiger Nexus now. They're making that a lot more powerful, which feels a little bit dated because I do think the perception of Sagat's strength was that he was decent, not busted, he was decent on release. Some people were downplaying him. I thought he felt pretty good, and I think that impression of him has climbed with time, which is pretty typical for a Street Fighter 6 character. Most characters seem pretty good on release, and then usually they improve a little bit. Sometimes they flatline, but usually they just improve with time. All the DLC has been pretty strong. I think Terry was one of the standouts where he was pretty weak, and maybe Elena. Terry got buffed a lot. Terry was pretty weak on release, and I think his buffs actually were important. Sagat, I think, is pretty good on release, and then he got buffed after people figured out that he was actually pretty good. So this feels like a delayed reaction from Sagat. But of course, the reaction to the community here is, what the hell? There's hardly a patch here, and people are upset. Now, I will say, I do think there's mixed reactions. There's a class of the community who's saying, like, why does it matter? Why are you modern gamers so desperate for novelty? The balance is in a decent spot. Why should they just make up balance changes for content? And that does invite a pretty interesting philosophical question that I've talked about many times, is like, what is the goal of a balance update? Is the goal of a balance update actually to make the game more balanced, or is the goal of a balance update to make brand new playing experiences and new novelty for the player base? And or is it somewhere in between? Like, what of that spectrum, this pie in the sky idea of perfect balance, this theoretical perfect balance versus just novelty? Like, I think the answer lies somewhere in the middle. Usually it depends on the goal of the developers and what the goal, or what should the developers actually be aiming for, what the community is asking for. I think it depends. I think in the past, a lot of the balance changes for Street Fighter V, for example, were definitely more along the content novelty line of things. Street Fighter V balance patches would just make shit up just to give you something new to play with. So, yeah, I think now with Street Fighter 6, they're definitely just aiming more for balance. At the same time, I don't think the balance changes are that impactful. So I don't think they're rapidly approaching any like pie in the sky perfect balance nirvana that they might be aiming for. I think they're moving at a snail's pace to get there. But I've seen both mixed reactions. There's people who are like, it doesn't matter, who cares, the game is good, the game is fine, keep playing. And there's other people who are saying like, oh, I'm bored of the game, Mai's running amok, I would like something new to play with, or I like better balance, I play a character like Manon, or I play like, I don't know, Lily, give me something new to keep up with the top tiers. It depends, right? There's mixed reactions. And a big part of the people who would push back against people complaining about the lack of content and updates from Capcom on this front would often cite Japan. The Japan community is growing like crazy. They're increasing the player output and turnout to major events by orders of magnitude, right? It's an absolute explosion in Japan, and not just from the quality of the game itself. The game did release in a great state, great product, but also the community efforts to bring people in. It became like a trend starting in season 2 for the players in Japan to pick up the game due to community driven events, VTubers, all that stuff. You've heard the story by now, right? But it seems like there's finally hit a breaking point where notable figures in Japan and average members of the community are speaking out against the lack of perceived balance changes from Capcom. The biggest, most notable voice, of course, is Shuto here, who tweeted out, that said, even though the official statement was that they'd stop at once a year, that they'd stop the once a year adjustments, this frequency of adjustments honestly leaves me a bit dissatisfied. He's referring to Capcom actually making a statement saying that going forward, we'd like to put out more frequent, smaller updates instead of just once a year adjustments. After they made that announcement, they followed the same pattern as they did in the past, with one major update, then 6-7 months later, another update. They followed the same pattern, but this time with even less changes. So they've delivered the same number of patches with less changes, which is very strange. So they've done that. On top of this, Shuto continues, personally, I love it. Oh, did I do the thing? I said 6-7. Listen, we're gonna have to roll with it. Someone's gonna timestamp this in the Clips channel and the More Brian F channel. It's over. I'm sorry. Personally, I love it if they did fine tuning for each act. I do get the sense that they're paying attention to the pro scene, and I'm really grateful for that. But I have the impression that many people felt this was a year that brought a sense of boredom, including for casual players. Personally, I'm looking forward to the new system coming next year. And I think this is a translation debuff here. I think he's trying to say, I'm looking forward to potentially having a new system to play with. That's something that Shuto would like to see. And High Fight highlights this here. Japanese Street Fighter Twitter right now on fire. So it wasn't just Shuto. I did go through some random tweets, people quote tweeting Shuto, and there turns out it's not perfect utopia in the Japan Street Fighter 6 community. Some people are really, really annoyed with the lack of content and updates to Street Fighter 6, and it was so strange for so long. I feel like I would see this pushback whenever I touched on these topics, where people would say like, "Oh, why are you complaining? Just look at Japan." Like, no community is a monolith, and at certain point, there's expectations that happen with live service games that you want new content. I mean, we also don't have new costumes coming out at an acceptable rate, I would argue, and at this point, I think they finally hit a tipping point with the balance changes where they felt like this was insufficient. And the funny thing is, they're not complaining about Mai. In fact, a large consensus is that Mai got unjustly nerfed. The actual problem character for Japan is Ed. They saw that Ed was great out here and started losing their minds, because it kind of makes sense. If you look at Street Fighter League, you look at their World Warriors, the most consistent representative in their tournaments is Ed. Sahara is like running the show now with their World Warrior events. In Street Fighter League on teams, they have multiple Ed players. So in Japan, it's Ed. In the West, it's Mai. And it's pretty interesting to see the difference in that. And I can understand the complaints about Ed. I think Ed will always fundamentally be a really strong character. He sort of avoids the interactions that other Street Fighter characters have to go through with his whole system with flicker and his long range buttons. He outranges characters, and I think he has a level of safety to his gameplay that other characters aren't afforded at a fundamental level. So I can see why Japan would see that he's super strong and use him heavily. I don't mind Ed. I mean, he's not saturated as much in our tournaments and most tournaments in general that we see in the West, but he's really overrepresented in Japan Street Fighter League. But, you know, most people in America don't watch the Japan Street Fighter League because it airs when everyone's asleep, and you're not really allowed to make content on it. And, you know, Capcom Japan is doing everything they can to make sure that people aren't exposed outside of Japan to Street Fighter League Japan. But he is running amok, Ed is, and running the show to a decent degree compared to other characters in Japan. So it's interesting to see that difference in reaction. It's so rare to see a top-level Japanese player say anything remotely negative about a patch, about Capcom's direction. Very rare. Usually those kind of voices are saved for players of the status of like a Momochi or Daigo. You have to be untouchable to be able to voice concerns and to kind of spearhead these types of movements in the Japanese FGC. Shuto is, I believe, like maybe the largest Street Fighter 6 streamer in Japan right now. He's one of the biggest streamers right now in Japan. And I feel like this is kind of him also coming into his own in his status, in my opinion. I feel like he's kind of stepping up and speaking out. It's definitely a different sort of community and culture as well. So I think he's kind of filling that role that like a Momochi and Daigo would do, because Momochi and Daigo are definitely the two community leaders in Japan that you can see speaking out when they find issues with directions that the developers are taking or directions that certain elements of the scene are going in. So Shuto is speaking out, and you've seen that this could have consequences. Yeah, Dogura got fined or got reprimanded at least by the Capcops and his team when he made an offhand joke about not needing to practice for Street Fighter League. So you don't go without consequence when there's a league format like that, which actually employs these players. Sort of like in the NBA and NFL, you can get fined. You don't follow their media guidelines. It can lead to repercussions for your career. So it's very different than in the West. So That's about it. I'm not sure if this will lead to anything. A lot of the community members in Japan were saying that they don't care if there's big tournaments coming up. A big speculation about the lack of changes is that Capcom Cup is around the corner, and by around the corner I mean months away. But you know, Japan is still in the process of completing their World Warriors. The Street Fighter League Grand Finals still have not gone on. They finished the playoffs, but it's Crazy 8 versus Reject coming up for Grand Finals. So people are speculating that the developers are sensitive to the pro scene and don't want to shake things up too heavy. But if they didn't want to shake things up too heavy, they should have done these changes months ago. It's a very weird system right now, and we've already seen the confirmation from Nakayama-san about how the developers themselves and the people running the pro scene, the esports division of Capcom, aren't in sync. They didn't know about the Capcom Cup pay-per-view move, for example. We saw that the latest CPT season actually started before the Season 3 balance patch came out. We had 2 major CPT qualifying events before the 2025-06 patch came out. Combo Breaker and CEO are played on the old patch. So there's a lot of weird scheduling issues and a lot of disconnect between the developers, the esports division, and now finally the Japanese community as a whole. And there's a decent amount of discontent. Street Fighter 6 is still very popular, still very successful. I think it will live through this, of course, but I'm definitely interested to see if Capcom responds to this latest change. It feels like something in the air has changed a little bit, to be quite honest. So we'll see how that actually shapes up. They don't pick up next year, the narrative really might flip. It feels like there's a precipice of something actually changing, because it's just so rare to see a negative reaction from the greater Japanese community for Street Fighter 6. Very strange. There were some subs there. Charles with the 20 months, thank you. Tech Zero with the 47. Greg4265 with the 29, thanks so much. Finally hit Grandmaster in 2XKO, and a chance we get more 2XKO content from you. Yeah, definitely a chance. I mean, like, I've been busy right now. We've been falling behind with all the new updates for the Trash Talk podcast and all that. So I haven't played much games at all recently. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 6 here and there off stream, but not much. But there's a chance. You know what I want to do? I want to play Expedition 33. Shit won that many awards. Can it be that good? Maybe that'll be my treat to myself for the new year. Play a casual game. Surge HC with the 2 months. Appreciate that as well. Is that good? Are you guys lying to me? Don't lie to me now. Come on, be nice.
But he had the light to give.
Okay, I had to get through all that, and now I gotta eat. I've not had dinner yet, so let me throw this on really quick. Let me go try to grab some food or something. See what I can do. See, this is the problem. If I do YouTube, I stream, I work, I don't eat dinner. Life's hard. Okay. Give me a minute here, guys. BRB, thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back in a minute.
That's why it worked out.
I knew it was gonna attention kicks though. How did you not see it?
After the lead up though. What be you back, bro?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, even with the scaling, you're dead. Light second pressure to level 3. 20% scaling don't really matter. Mag Neighbor taking it 3-1.
Handing out passes, I guess.
You
not the type you think it is.
Nah, yeah, I was to say the way he played, he ripping them up. He said, "This don't work, and you can't say it, and you can't say it."
All right. No one can say it. How about that? Seasons beating is crazy.
Oh wow, ain't that a tournament? I'm pretty sure it is. Either way, that could be real good stuff. Levi Hakai, try the king next. Loser side, as we mentioned. We're seeing at least.
Insane work. But hey, fun work nonetheless.
Have a good time out here. If y'all have a good time, you're enjoying the action, !match Reno. Put that in the chat just like that. You have a way to pay these players put a little bit of money for their seasonal fights. A little bit of love. Could be watching something dusty on Netflix, but you're here enjoying this action with us instead. All right, so it all goes towards the players. Next match here. What's Levi
There's
going
the Mag
for?
Buddy post.
There it is. Okay. Bet. This is why if you're watching this also on the VODs a little bit later on, and you didn't get to see all this in the YouTube, you got to chill with us on the live show. Pull up, people. I wonder if Levi's going to pull the Sagat out. I think Sagat does well against Cammy. I was listening to Phenom talk about that matchup overall, and the spaces that she can't play at in the mid-range, he can dominate, and I'm starting to believe that might be the case. And Phenom is a serial down player, but he might be right on this one.
Yeah, Charlie, what you do, man?
Yeah, bro, where the game at? I went through all this stuff, and now...
You hit us with a
Oh, there
pump
it is.
fake?
What?
Same word. Not to alarm anyone, but Mean Girls is back on Netflix, says Minty.
All right.
You want to see
Like,
somebody get
watch,
hit by
okay.
a bus? Oh, wait, let me stop.
What? How many characters does Levi Hakai have? Every
know, this is
time I
actually
see
the-
this cat play, go on.
I was about to say, this is the first time, this is actually the first kid I saw Levi play when I first saw him, actually.
Was Kim?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo, you got a Manon, got a DLC, and now you got a Kimberly too as well, bringing it back. All right. You see how this works?
Taking a second. Oh, thought it was Mean Kid not going to come through.
Overhead. Keep up the neck hunter. On cancel throw.
Ooh, they're too high on that one.
And the fact that he knew that the dive kick was going to come through was also very sick. Understanding her toolkit on defense. We're all sweet. Wake up super. We're out of there.
So right there. Love one doing massive amount of work. And walk back, just play the patient game. Oh, the elbow did not get whip punished though. And once again, the dive kick a tad bit too high. If you guys do not know, the higher the dive kick, the more punishable it is. Got to hit at the feet in order for it to be safe.
Actual throw. That's going to do it. Yeah, I feel like Levi's in outside the distance where that dive kick is going to whip or be like not a problem for him because she don't have the best answers against it. Overhead.
Oh, God.
Straight into the super. Caught him ducking. So here's some damage.
Viper. Oh, toss. Toss.
That's the pump
I dare you
plus.
push right now. I dare
Oh,
you.
what was that OD? I think it was a
Was
mistake.
it spin
in
knuckle?
DP. I think he tried to do maybe spiral arrow. Maybe it's supposed to be DP. Well, I don't know if those inputs interact. I have no idea actually. They try to do their
Wait a second.
doable. No.
Denied.
Oh no. Levi shutting him down continuously and then having the drop gauge to harass over and over again. The heavy kicks up in the corner. Yikes.
Score's knocked down. Oh, there's a throw. Ooh, no trip count though. That's a throw.
Sets the pressure with the dive kick. Reversal buttons. Sweep first sweep. That wasn't even a punish count. Just caught him standing up.
This is for the whoop the
Lord.
game.
Yeah. Just feel it, right?
Oh no. Now, one thing about Charlie, I always notice he's a slight DP happy. Up. He'll DP. He'll let it rock.
That was a good one, though.
That's-
You definitely have the help for it. But yeah, you're right. I definitely see a lot more reversals from him.
Oh, mess up on the dive kick right there.
Spin drive smasher. Affords us some distance. We keep the drive gauge up from that. Jumping. It's a little harder for her to anti-air. She got tossed, she got crouch fierce, but some of these angles, devious, and every jump in is a mix with Cammy. Reversal again. He heard you.
Hey, man.
I'm allowed to co-stream
Beyblade,
Kemba Never
so let it rip.
Sleeps. Interesting. They have a co-stream flag now
Oh, do Beyblade?
that I can ignore to steal more content for
I
my
haven't done that in a long time. We should
Man.
do that.
slop
We gotta
influencer
find one
empire.
dude that be on TikTok, but walking around people random campuses asking people to Beyblade battle. We gotta find that dude.
Find him and defeat him. I can do it.
Very
Leave it
interesting.
to me. If it's there,
Very
just sweep
interesting.
again, Levi. Sitting that out. As soon as Charlie stands up, I
We
say
have
sweep. Soak continuously.
salad
Cancel throw. Back throw, no
for my
sweep.
wife's coworker.
Jump over.
I didn't have time to make food today. Jazz,
Goes on the side.
thanks for the
Ooh,
9 months in the
throw
trash
over
can.
it.
Appreciate that.
Oh, air throw. Chip is an issue.
Is that a breedable?
Oh, God.
Her coworker, she visited from out of state today and bought a fancy salad, but then wasn't going to take it on her trip, and it has like chicken tenders from some nice restaurant. I was like, thank God, because
Yeah.
today was too busy. We ran out of leftovers too from yesterday. We didn't prep any dinner.
Earbuds were in. She slept. All right. So Levi, with the rotation of characters, honestly, Levi, pick the Sagat. Pick the Sagat.
Elena.
It's Elena. Okay. Well, maybe it's more practice with that character.
We playing the ladies today, man.
Ladies' night on a Wednesday. All right.
Yep.
Random question.
Woman crush
Capcom
Wednesday,
ever
right?
offered you
Boom.
a license to restream Capcom Cup? How much would you be willing to pay?
You're tagging the women.
I'm not going to answer that question directly.
Like, don't do that.
That's,
man.
that's an interesting proposition, though.
Did is when a girl asked me to do it, and she gave
I
me-
would not pay for a license to
And that was
restream
back in middle
Capcom
school
Cup
and high school days.
because they made it pay-per-view.
I still see like grown men doing it. Don't be one of them.
I am
Bro, I ain't seen that
basically
happen in so long, bro.
very
That's
depressed and disappointed about Capcom Cup.
Actually, been a beggar. Confirmed, but he'll catch the drive rush.
Now, I do see discourse about me sometimes here and there saying that, you know, that I hate Street Fighter 6 or anything, which I think is crazy.
Wait a second,
I'm
Hassan
just
takes
very
out Riddle's
upset.
3-1 off screen. That's
I'm
a big
very
shot.
deeply disappointed by the direction of Capcom Cup pay-per-view. Like, I can't describe how much that takes the wind out of my sails.
Overhead hits, counter hit conversion. That stamp gets right after. For seconds, it was too greedy. Levi blocking out the second time.
I just feel like it makes the whole thing for nothing.
Super interrupts.
Right back at you. Oh, unfortunately, it was a DP.
So,
They got baited
in
out
this
correctly.
environment, I would never pay for a license to restream Capcom Cup. But that does bring an interesting point forward about like the free model of content like that and everyone restreaming it.
Backdash.
I'm definitely not against
Overhead.
establishing better official relations and connections between official broadcasts and restreamers. I've always thought there should be a feature to connect the broadcast, for example, like what Twitch just did there. You're allowed to restream the broadcast. This is pretty interesting to me. I do feel like there should be a mechanism where you are officially restreaming it, and those metrics are then fed into the mainstream. They automatically have metrics for like your audience and everything, and how many viewers you got, and have some kind of like actual integrated connection on the platform. I think that would be great. I do think there should be more of a
She's so heavy. Anyway.
integrated system for that, so it's not just leeching on main broadcast.
Low confirmed. It's up,
I'm totally for that. That's something that the platform should establish. But that said, like, if Capcom was not pay-per-view and was like, hey, like, technically we don't really want restreaming, you could pay for a license, I'd have to think about that one more. I think people would be pissed about that, but I actually understand that. I actually understand that more than pay-per-view for Capcom itself.
Word. Crack the neck.
So you got CA on the side of Levi's thing, but he's burnt. So unfortunate. Dive kick again. You know he's gonna dive kick again. Nice.
Perfect parry as the anti choice. Charlie cooks with that super. Levi not even able to utilize that bar. I'm surprised that you went for the early DI there, because I feel like you can wait a little bit.
You can see the total number of viewers across all restreams of TGAs.
Back to the Kim.
Yeah, they need to make that
Yeah, I guess
a more robust feature for events to leverage.
Like, let's get it out the way early so I can just cash on my damage, just throw you off. But it did, as you say, yeah, it eliminates the big threat like immediately. Oh, okay, well I have another chance instead of being.
However, this is kind of getting in the way.
Yeah, I thought that role was gonna be like a setup where he was gonna
Like,
aim.
can I not?
Take away that reversal, like bait it out, but it was a commitment.
Can I not hide that?
It was the wrong one. Should have signed a prenup. 2 games for Charlie here.
Let's go this, man. Oh wait, never mind.
Why has it been stuck on the screen this whole time? Twitch.
A lot of PPs today, huh?
Like, does it know? Do they?
He does lack his defense.
Does
They're
Twitch
all
know I'm
defensive.
live?
Yeah, he'll get knocked down. He'll get put up in the corner. Teleport. Like able to anti-air in time.
Is that what it is? Is that because my account is live right now? Or is that a bug?
What is another one?
Again.
Right.
Yep.
Dude, come on, man.
Crush fears to throw right after.
I'll do it this way, 'cause
Charlie
That was actually annoying me.
My goodness, looking stupid right there is crazy, man.
Top 48 losers.
And what an anti-driver. So the crouching medium punch.
Oh,
Stuff.
okay.
Trying to take back his turn with the ODTP. Unfortunately, that puts you in burnout. Up at the corner, gonna make some critical decisions if that does happen, which it is going to happen.
So I thought he was going to level 2, but no, chasing down his driver. Never freaking
If the idea that
mind.
Capcom Cup
Did
is an
you
ad for the
really go
game,
for the double
pay
level
gating
one?
it in any way is a negative no. Right, you would assume so, but that's part of the discussions we've had where Nakayama confirmed that the esports division that runs these events is completely separated from the development division, and he himself did not know that Capcom Cup was going pay-per-view. I probed him on Twitter about it, and he confirmed that he had no idea that they were going to do that. He found out when it was announced on Twitter. So the Capcom esports division is under pressure to make a return on their own bottom line from the esports division and all these events, and they do not factor in the potential revenue from sales that they push through the actual game and platform of the game itself. They're completely separate entities internal to the structure of Capcom Cup. You would assume that the whole point is to advertise the game and microtransactions to make return, but they're run by essentially two completely disconnected divisions. So esports division, I think, is under pressure to make a return on what they're doing, which is stupid as fuck.
Look at level 3. Yeah.
It's so stupid. It makes no sense to me.
How did you not see this?
It makes absolutely no sense. It should be under the advertising budget of the game. Maybe you can make some revenue stream from it. Maybe. But the whole point is to track how it influences the sales of the game.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, punish counter. So is it always 2 throws then DP? Oh wait, no. He's gonna get throw loop this time. Got called. It wasn't your turn, Charles. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, you dive kick against the throw.
But who knows, right? We still don't know. This might be a resounding success. Who knows?
No conversion right after.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, Stan Fierce will get on this one. Full corner send.
Again, it's not so funny, is it?
No, I don't feel that good. Oh, but the reversal super feels so good. Feels so
They
good.
already do pay-per-view for Street Fighter League Japan. They've already been doing that.
Okay, you're right.
So they must have some data that indicates it kind of works.
Just play Smash? Yes, it is.
For
the same
Japan.
way to play Smash, guys. Yes, it is. Use the Wolf player.
So at the end of the day, it's not up to us. Japan is like 80% of the audience.
Yeah, Levi.
Oh my God.
It's not up to us. We don't matter.
Knockdown, target combo, counter hit. Got level 3. I'd spin it right now. Yeah, get the lead up. Not gonna kill. We get one more single
So
interaction
if the
with
Japan
Levi.
audience buys
Green gauge to give. Charlie got that bar at the bottom.
in large enough droves,
No, I really thought he was going to wait till level 3.
pay-per-view will be a success
Instead, the overhead is going
and
to
will be the new
close it out.
standard.
That is going to be Levi taking it with the Kimberly.
Yo, Levi with the raw overhead this time. No OD behind it. Just let that sucker go raw. Not bad, Levi. Not bad. All right. The switch was worth it.
It's a dead horse, but I wouldn't mind pay-per-view for show matches and
That
exhibitions.
Hunter is-
Meta RD versus Daigo,
Let's put it that way.
I would not mind that being pay-per-view.
Right now.
I'm only so hard on the pay-per-view
Levi,
thing
bracket.
because it's the Capcom Cup.
It was two is crazy.
It's the culmination
I like the switches. You know, I
of the
will say,
World
like,
Tour
switching through, like, a lot of
built on the
characters
backs
is not
of
problematic in this game. I feel like
grassroots
you can't really lock
events,
down, like, matchup stuff sometimes.
plucking
It
players
feels
from
like
all
you're
over the
spreading
world from
yourself
regions where
kind of
people
thin.
might not be able to
Levi,
afford
good job
$40 to watch a
him up
tournament.
enough to stay solid. And honestly, Charlie, I feel like if there are a few more DPs instead of like perfect parry attempts on the jump ins, it'd been a little bit better for him. But that's what it could have, should have. You know, I feel like it's hard to always deal with Kim's jump in sometimes when the pressure's on the ground. So, is what it is. Top
Yo,
8
Vampire. Saw Vampire Arcadia with the Ray. Yo,
Thank you
big
for not
shouts
eating
to
right in front of the camera.
with the Ray. Hope y'all had a good ass.
How would I even do that?
TNS Street Fighter 6 action on tonight. Enter into top 8 real soon.
What does that even mean?
Yo,
People
Vampire
eat
Savior,
right in,
Evo,
like here? Like I should be
can't really
eating
give a shit
here?
about damn life, but I'll watch it though. It'd be fun to watch.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know. He said, "Who won?" It was actually the Kim.
I hate eating on
So-
camera.
So Levi
If I had
Hakai
my way.
won that. He switched to Kim.
Would have had it done beforehand.
All right.
Pretty good
Hit that
salad though.
bracket If y'all want to know what's up, Exclamation mark match me up if you want to know how to pay these players. The next match is going to be Enzo versus JB. My boy JB back in business. I love seeing him play. I'm glad he's back. I think Evo kind of took a little bit of a break, and I don't really see that much in terms of competitiveness, in terms of like tournaments. I'm glad he's back playing some TNS.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Remember, guys, you can do the exclamation point Masterino anytime in the chat if you guys want to check out what the prize pool is going to. The prize pool is currently over St. Cola at 606.
Thank you to LSXBCG Big 22.
Even more. Go ahead
I move my head down before shoveling the food in your mouth so we don't see anything so it isn't gross.
Of this top 8, get the prize
I'm just trying to, like, my food is way down here. If I eat like this,
So it all goes to them.
I'd have to get this much closer, and I have to
That's okay.
bring my fork up way. I'm at a desk.
Go give it to them.
I'm literally
Appreciate what
holding
you
this
have been
bowl
doing
up into
all
the
way
air
through, and all
to bring
those
it closer to my mouth.
too as well. We see you out there. Thank you so much. And again, TNS Japan is Friday in the morning. I'm waking
What
up.
is it that makes the Yipes clip play again? There's one for a gifted sub, but it's kind of bugged. Sometimes it doesn't play, and then there's
Some good
the rest of them are
across the
RNG,
ball. I guess it's more
depending on
across
resubs.
the emotion. Either way, you know, it's gonna be a good time. Tune in for that.
I'm still waiting to see
Oh,
the pricing update. I don't know if waiting closer to Capcom Cup is a good idea for the marketing wise. I think they originally said the pricing update was going to happen in November, and then the update happened, and they didn't change the price. They just said, please give us more time. I don't think they're changing the price.
5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but then also Friday later tonight, it's gonna be Tong, Proxy, and Southpaw hitting that Marvel 3, baby. Saturday we got.
I gave up on that. They made an announcement that it was coming up, and I think it was supposed to be in November. And then their latest update in November was them doubling down.
Happening over here.
I think it's over.
On the TNS streets. If you guys want to join up on MKX, that will be the console version. Go ahead. It's gonna be a great time.
And saying thanks for the gifted sub. Yeah, I don't know why it does that one. I'm telling you, it's supposed to be the dunk into the dumpster with the Android 16. It's RNG also. If you guys have never set up Streamlabs for their sub notifications and notifications in general, it's really difficult. It's not as easy as you would think. So I want it to be the dunk one every time because that one is sick, but I can't figure out why it won't play every time.
And then do Marvel as per usual on that night. So give him some love. All right, give Southpaw some love. All right, that guy deserves it. Anyway,
Is the microphone audio a little rough? What's wrong with it? Am I peaking at all?
I guess 2 players in the same area. They're Punk and Lex. I think Lex
Everything
is on
might be
the loser side. if I'm not mistaken.
A little bit messed up right now.
Actually fighting Azan right now. Oh my god.
Right now.
Yes, holy shit, I know the match is gonna be crazy. Azan took out Riddles and Lex took out Duck Robin.
Okay, that is, but nice. Okay, Duck Robin.
Sound good?
Probably pretty nasty at the game. Just haven't heard the name.
All right, we're chilling.
So Enzo JB is first, and then after that, Punk versus Joey for our winner side to start things off. And again, as you mentioned, we're trying to fill our loser side, get that going and flowing. We are going to get there when we get there.
What's TNS been up to?
Matches.
Who's been cooking?
So Enzo with a little bit of that Sagat. I heard that Sagat do pretty well against Rashid overall. So I'm hoping to see that right now too as well. What's up, Brian? I see you, baby.
Yo, Big Brian. Shout out to Brian F, man. It's a funny guy.
Pumpkin top 8.
Mm-hmm. Like that guy.
Damn, Lacey Borden got Riddles.
His what is it?
Is this guy's name's Azan or Azan?
Did you see his Spotify rap though?
It's very interesting. And it comes out of almost nowhere and does well with
Trash Talk boy?
Jamie.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm proud of you, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
There. Yeah, go subscribe. Go hit him on the Spotify.
Oh shit, Lex is in trash. Lex is in this NLBC.
As well, so hit that up. Hit that up.
TNS. Oh man, I saw Lex's name and it took me back. Lex lost to Joey. Oh shit.
He's getting back, all right. He just likes to be the coach.
He lost 3-0 to Joey. That's crazy.
Coach, content. That's a comfortable seat. I can't lie.
No,
actually,
like,
yo,
Brian,
go forth and fight.
Yes. Brian actually had my favorite run at LCQ. What was that, 2016?
Oh shit, ancient history.
Oh, was that when he was like...
He had an insane run, brother. That was one of my favorite. He had an insane run with Borrow that weekend, bro. That was 2017. Hey, I was close, but that was my favorite, bro. Brian, you don't understand. I rewatched that motherfucking LCQ so much. I fucking love your run during that entire time, bro.
That's crazy.
Holy hell.
What was the tournament that he was saying to his previous employer some nice things on the camera in a heated moment, giving them some love? He was like, I'm having
Don't worry about that one.
having fun.
That's crazy that I remember that LCQ.
Brian was dipping
Doing
that
tricks
time.
on it.
Brian was
Let
dipping
him. Come on, man.
I like that. That was a, don't worry about it. I'm gonna find that clip. No. I'm gonna get.
I'm surprised. That is such a random thing to remember. I feel like no one ever mentions that to me about something they remember
Something like that.
for me playing fighting games. Malincore V, thanks for the Prime. Appreciate that. Yeah, and in 2017 at the LCQ, I got close to qualifying for Capcom Cup via the points from robbing people with Season 2 Balrog. And then I got 3rd place in the LCQ, and I did have a good run.
Don't post your age.
I lost to... I almost beat Nemo to get to the winners finals.
That was 2017. Yeah, I was 17 when that happened.
I was super
I was
close.
17 while I was Brian do that.
It was 3-2. And then I lost to Nemo, and then I lost to Infiltration and Losers. And then Nemo won the LCQ, and then the LCQ was seeded to play Seed 1 in Capcom Cup, which is stupid as hell, because then Nemo went on to play Punk as Seed 1, and he beat Punk. And Nemo went on to get like 3rd place at Capcom Cup or 5th place. Nemo had a really crazy run from the LCQ.
I'm immortal, I guess. Yeah, I'm immortal, I guess.
So they changed that rule after that. They're like, okay, LCQ winner plays like the middle seed, like seed 16 or 17.
No, don't. Let's not.
Yeah, I had that was a good run.
Someone get him off the.
I beat Chris T. I beat Cool Kid. I beat Aqua from Japan. Beat Joey.
2012, 2000, 2019,
Few other people.
2007,
Robbing
2013,
him.
2010, 2000, 2005,
Broken ass Balrog.
2014, 2022,
Wait,
2018.
KO Korg owns.
How often do people ask you about the mono being mono by accident? People bring that up more. The LCQ from 2017, I feel like no one has ever mentioned to me ever that they saw that.
Top 8 starts out Enzo on the Sagat to see what it got.
That has never been like something ever brought up to me.
Same work thus far. Enzo going in immediately.
That's before I had like a YouTube channel
He said,
popping.
There's a gap in there. Let me go in with this forward medium.
JB Enzo? That was a West Coast specialty right here.
Anyway, back to the match. Starting to stand medium.
Enzo's been doing a lot of work with Sagat recently. Before the buffs.
Oh, forward, there we go. Coming into play. The crouching light kick, excuse me, wasn't low forward. But still, the extension on the range, mad good.
And then with another one, the OD style, jumping over. Oh, the sweep for the punish. Beautiful stuff right there, but jumps out. But not for free.
That crouch, medium punch, anti-air. Raymond Cyclone, jump fierce. They'll throw
Level
right
2?
after.
Yep.
Back dash to level 2.
Can't take a throw. How do you respond?
Coming in, but, you know,
Enzo got tagged. Oh, he got tagged. I told you. He's going to survive. Can he get a median? Oh, my.
Try to challenge this young buck.
I've never seen that combo. Is that new?
My goodness, Enzo.
I think they buffed the back heavy punch. Is that new? He did dry rush heavy at the end to another back heavy?
With an immediate overhead to make it
Join
bad.
him.
I've never seen that route.
So throw.
What up, Ren VT? Thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate that.
Go for the DP, chilling right
Enjoy
now.
the mid-tier emotes. The 3D3, the 32 also, thank you.
Forward medium punch.
God, that tiger. Every time I hear him yell that, I just know it's vicious.
It's from the guttural works. It's like tiger uppercut.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Got a mixer.
Oh, driver's jab, interrupt, the stand light kick. Level 2 coming through. Let it rip. The push towards the corner. Tick throw. Overhead enhancement. Reversal
Oh,
jab.
he got the
Level 3,
tag.
just in case. That tornado was still there.
Confirmed to level 3 before the
Level
tornado
3
hit.
Gets the kill. Enzo does not get the kill. I lied. One more touch.
Oh, imperfect parry there.
Parry.
That's a true string, by the way.
What happened to Sagat? Basically, he can get
That's so good with
touch.
Sagat. And they buffed
Right?
that.
Makes his pressure better. His meterless pressure even better in terms of what he gets off, in terms of like reward. His crouching medium kick has more reward, so on counter he can get crouching medium punch, stand light kick. Even without that, it makes his stand jab fall right better. So like, it gives him ways to check you from walking back and makes his gen right pressure on hit off of jabs a lot better. Sweet. Hella plus.
Oh, nice little hit confirm on the heavy punch.
Right after. The shimmy, the walk up, the finesse and bless. JB.
That's not Sagat, that's Blaz.
Keep the pressure on. Sagat still has the same issues. It's just he has
Before
the
Blaz was
consistency
putting
in
Sagat on the map,
if you try to
Enzo was
retreat.
low-key doing a lot of
He's got
work in the
more ways
West
to
Coast.
challenge you.
If you weren't watching the World Warriors, you might have missed it, but Enzo was cooking them with Sagat.
Spike knockdown. Get the empty throw in the tap area.
I feel like West Coast isn't just generally like under promoted these days, underrepresented. They don't have as much clout or hype right now.
By the way,
But Enzo has been low-key leveling up like crazy. And I think he's only 15 now, 14 or 15.
that's not even necessary, JP. Man's hit the level 2 and a level 1. When do you see anybody hit that? You know you fight the
Yes, this is Enzo the Hokage. Stand heavy punch, back heavy punch was pre-patched. Seen people start using it just recently. I wonder if it's more optimal. I don't know anything about that route.
Either way, all even out game to game. Oh, Deegan the Nova.
Oh, back that shimmy.
Man, that was crazy.
OD routing, by the way, so he's rebuilding meter this whole time.
The heavy DP
Look at the
full
meter
animation.
economy on that. That was crazy.
Grabbing the boogeyman.
You still been playing Viper, Brian? Yeah.
We'll take that
Took
trade.
him out of time.
I lost my 1900 MR and got it back off stream.
I'm
gonna see if I can push it a little bit more.
Other Sagat players, I think other Sagat players are like, oh, I should do
I
that
haven't
too.
been playing much. I was, out of town and busy. But, I did sneak a few games in today. Between meetings.
Oh god.
Smoked a little IDOM 2.0 on his stream.
Tie. Plus,
It's a little light work, you know.
plus 2.
Nice little MR donation that I immediately lost, like a 1700 MR Ryu. It's like, thank God I had that
Your
buffer.
drive gauge, all gone. Sequencing, saucing. I'm about to serve him up himself a nice W.
So much
Minus
shit.
1.
But basically, that's all I've been doing. It's like I've been sneaking a handful of games and then
Jump back and
in
get
between
swept.
stuff.
Unfortunately, there's a DP waiting on you. Perfect KO. 2-1 is now the score for Enzo.
Ah,
I can do the light one.
Salad.
Recovery.
I'm thankful for the salad, but bad choice for streaming. It never
Odie
fucking
Barber
ends.
Set it up and then get the heavy kick right after.
That's why Americans eat burgers.
Wait for his moment. Beautiful.
Hey, thank you,
punch
Oswald. Thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate it.
I wonder if JB can reactively slide like a heavy fireball. I don't know if he can do that.
count. Might be 2 layers right there. Bay. You do your homework. You might be able to get there.
Study Zudius. Ducks a high shot, trying to inch his way in, trying to tap
Oh, no.
parry. Now you're burnout back throw of all things too as well, Enzo. Positional advantage. Now damage coming through as he chips away.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
Really?
The DI is just if you turn the battle for level 1, then you won't have level 2 available for next round.
That's true. Or for a while, at the very least.
Yeah.
Right?
I do like Sagat. That's pretty good against Rashid.
Enzo
I think
repositioning
your
back to the
extended
range where
range really
Scott
does
can
help
dominate.
against Rashid in the neutral. I love me a nice salad.
Low
Jump
shot.
in.
Me too.
You know, eventually, with the low shots.
You gotta have the salad actually chopped down to appropriate bite-sized pieces. A salad where you can actually get a large variety
Right after in the throw.
of ingredients in one bite, because all of the ingredients are actually chopped down rather finely.
But guess what? Not towards the throw.
Not like
That was the
minced,
play. Yeah,
but you know, it's gotta be
backwards
finely
movement.
chopped to a degree. Nice comeback. It's so much better. I think so many salads are bad just because the ingredients are not cut finely enough.
So did Enzo in the first round.
And then you're struggling to even get shit on your fork and nothing's sauced properly. You can use so much less salad dressing as this salad's pretty good. I had a salad yesterday that was really good.
Oh, throw it back to back. Wait a second. JB forced me
These
to
tomatoes are
decide
good.
One way or another. Better stop playing. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus. My leg.
The Captain Crunch. Bar.
I've been stealing those delayed Nexus overhead juggles. Blob's been doing. They're really fun. Yeah, I was using that when I was playing Sagat. They're opti in the corner, or at least they were back then. I don't know anymore. That was like the optimal shit, was to get the delayed overhead juggle into a back heavy punch. What up, Crims? Yeah, I don't like when you get big chunks of romaine too much lettuce spine. It's just literally harder to eat.
Yeah, don't leave Enzo alive.
Ever.
Oh, classic. The drive rush from crouch heavy bait on the reversal. Nice routing, but not enough. Is he just gonna pop level 2? You are in a bad spot. I don't. It's not checkmate, but it might be checkmate. What do you can't do anything here. Oh, nice sequencing. Nice sequencing from JB.
The fireball. He stayed solid, and he puts himself.
Oh shit, Lunar Phase and Idom with the raid back to back.
Winners guaranteed themselves.
Wait, how did that work?
Winners final top
And why did I not get a proper
raid.
notification?
Money-wise, how much money is they guaranteed?
Thanks for the raid.
A lot.
They guaranteed
Was I
121
don't understand what just happened.
Damn.
from this win. Well, the win here means guarantee $121 for the night. Just letting you guys know.
But you want more. You want
NLP says
more.
hi. Oh, what's up, NLBC? Y'all were streaming NLBC.
Which give the pacing and the speed. Tiger D implemented for the plus frames.
It felt like a
Ooh,
double
right
raid.
there.
Like one raid gave me two different raiders. Shout out to NLBC. Cool to see you guys still kicking.
It's a throw. It's a tap theory. Enzo's been going for a
Y'all
lot.
didn't let Idom win with his crusty ass Viper, right?
So far, and JB's locked into that defensive tactic.
Man like me? I don't know. You might need some Brian F out there if you let it. I've been seeing the results. Idom's been cooking everybody at NLBC for a minute.
Oh no!
The one
Guy like me wouldn't let that happen. I don't know, man. I might 2-0 him real quick.
Right here, but see each other gather. Good block.
I'll let you know I have beaten him once in my life in ranked.
and a stagger step. The hits connect. Stand fierce. Uh-oh.
Wait.
Damn,
No
how
way,
fast did JB run this
I don't
back?
believe. I'm actually just not believing. I'm a hater.
Oh, he didn't believe. He didn't hit it from the crouch heavy. That could have been a route into CA.
Level 2, just to
Enzo, you're probably cooked here. What do you got?
It's a done deal. JB has
Oh,
it.
no anti-air? No, like,
One more
enhanced
touch.
mixer?
The wind is gone. We can take
Okay,
time
wait a
right
minute.
now. One jump. JB might be looking for it or a slide.
JB's giving him nothing. It's still scary because, like, a CA combo can literally kill JB.
Change his pace.
Aye.
Throwing out jabs.
He doesn't want to risk it. He wants to find a clean whip
30
punish.
seconds left on the clock, though.
Yeah, nice.
Swats it away with the jab. Perfectly done that.
All right, JB
And kept
brought it
him,
back.
knocked him out. That was great stuff from JB. As long as he wasn't in burnout, he's gonna get that victory. I feel like as long as you got a little bar in your pocket, or you fireball if you need to, you can keep up with like a drive rush.
Well
As long as you
played,
don't
well
burn
played.
out against the guy, you're gonna do okay, and that's what happened there. He took the bar away from. We saw so many times he would kind of take the bar away from Enzo up in the corner with the stand mediums. You were talking about that with the bows, and even before
Man,
that,
it's already
he
fucking
had the
9:40.
Perfect parry attempts, the ODDPs, the reversals just weren't working out.
I guess I can play for, like, a little bit. This is the problem with streaming. Ugh. I can get maybe 30 minutes of gameplay in. How to get the announcements out, how to eat dinner. Wish I had time. Maybe if I was a full-time streamer, I wouldn't be shifting what I'm doing. I just don't have time. I gotta go to bed already. Get ready for work and all that. New cam? No, I'm just playing with some different lighting. I don't know if you guys prefer this lighting or the softer lighting. This one I have my overhead lights off. Different ISO exposure. Get that Street Fighter 4 HUD going. I am not paying to be confused about my meter and to not know if my supers are going to kill. I'm not going to spend money for that. However, I do think that kind of stuff is pretty cool. Actually, talk to me about this, guys. I saw people complaining about these HUDs costing $5 and how you can't pay for it with the in-game currency that you, like, drive tickets, I believe they're called. I'm always out of the loop here. I like to be very pro-consumer about everything. That's generally my stance when it comes to most things in the world. However, I am also not against paying for products. Is it wrong of me to feel like I don't care that they're charging money for this at all? Is that wrong of me? It's a completely optional cosmetic that will only serve to disrupt your ability to play the game well. I see people take this up as like a self-righteous mantle of like pro-consumerism, and I get that. We all have that streak in us, and I do that about like the Capcom Pro Tour stuff, for example. But when it comes to completely optional cosmetics, I really don't give a fuck, and if you think it's overpriced, don't buy it. Now, I guess if I were to take this thought experiment further, if they finally released a bunch of costumes for the whole cast and they charge $100 a pop per character, I guess I would be a little bit upset because I want the costumes. So I can understand the sentiment and the feeling, but at the end of the day, I guess I just wouldn't buy it. I don't know. To me, I think they should be doing more things like the HUD. I was happy to see that kind of movement. Like the HUD, you pay for it, completely optional. It looks cool. Some people might want it. They pay for it. It drives engagement to the game. That to me is the kind of microtransactions I really don't care about. Like in a negative way. I actually kind of care about them in a positive way. I don't know if that's me being insensitive or not being pro-consumer enough, because I see some people get heated about this stuff. Should be $1. Fair. I mean, it should cost less, maybe. I don't know. I also kind of believe for really fringe optional things that don't that literally only impact the client side of one player. Like, I don't see your HUD when you play it. It literally has no impact on the other player. That, to me, can just be... They can charge whatever they want. Is how I feel. It doesn't matter. You don't need it. It doesn't make you play better. It probably just makes you play worse. I guess unless you're Aki. I didn't watch the Broski video. How did he get 7 minutes in on the skin that has... It highlights, I think, with the flashing along the border when they're in the CA range, and so even when the opponent's poisoned, you can tell that CA, they're in the yellow for CA damage. You got 7 minutes on that? I gotta watch. What a pro. For pay thing, though, they should have done far more, at least the bare minimum. You're gonna have to define what that means. Is it also wrong of me to really not like that phrase, the bare minimum? Man, that phrase. Who's defining the minimum? How bare is it? Your bare minimum might be different than my bare minimum. Like, the bare minimum, I think, for optional cosmetic HUDs is not making them. Because they don't need to exist. That, to me, is the bare minimum. At least 2 bears minimum? True. Nice, clean. Shimmied. Nice. That was cheap. What, he challenged there? Ugh. Ah, he was late. I always drop that. Are you gonna super? No? Ah, I'm fucking up. Wait, what? Oh no. I messed up. I'm alive though.
Assessing damage data.
I can do this. I need Brian and Sombrero ASAP. I could use a sombrero. I feel like I gotta start a hat collection. Never been a hat guy, but you know, when I join the BGC, I feel like I gotta be prepared. I'm dead. Like, if you're gonna have some key hats, I feel like sombrero has to be there. A top hat, maybe. Like a magician's hat. Fedora. Oh, shit. No! No! I'm getting mixed. That scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Chaos was happening there. A pirate hat? There's some classics out there. I have none. A chef hat? Has there ever been a logical explanations for why chefs need to wear a tall as fuck hat? If anything, I feel like that's an occupational hazard. More likely to get caught on a fan and the heating lamps and the vents to hide the rat. Oh, of course, hide the rat. It's always to hide the rat. Everyone knows that.
Oh, nice. Oh. My turn. That burn kick triggered me. Which one? The one that dodged the flash kick? I did a really bad combo there. That traded? That's a thing? Ah. Holy mackerel. He is doing some perfect parries. I need to start using heavy kick anti-air into combos. I should have done cross a button. Woo, my frame rate. Ah, I am whiffing. Yeah, my frame rate's taking. I'm having that issue of like streaming and recording at the same time, unfortunately. Fortunately, now is a great time to upgrade to a new computer setup, right, guys? It jumped? Okay. Oh, nice. Damn. Nice. If I had done medium size Mo, I think I would have cooked him there. Nice confirm. That is crazy to me that that reaches. Ah! I missed. Sometimes that safe jump, don't be safe jumping, and I'm not exactly sure why. Okay. You're plus there. Nice. My towards heavy kick is not plus. Asuna for life with the 29, thank you. Man, let me bait the anti-air. Why does Flash have to go half screen? It's something burn kick for no consequence all the time, please. Oh god. Suda for life, thanks again for the 29, and Necropolis 1 with the 6 months. Thank you. I don't know if this is worth it. I just feel like I gave him CA for no reason.
もう立たなくていいのよ。
All right, GG's, GG's. Man, you pressing on -4 is triggering me. What, -4? Oh, you mean like after my burn kick? If I do regular burn kick, I sometimes for sure mash after this because people don't know to take their turn back. Because or they don't want to because they're scared of the extension. Medium knuckle? On block? Do I press up to that? Medium knuckle. Well, I'm also trying to space it sometimes, but if you see me mashing on -4, I'm often delay mashing, so I'm fuzzy mashing. And if they don't immediately take their turn back, I'm gonna get my delay fuzzy mash to come out. So either if they immediately mash, I'll end up blocking. It's like a delay OS mash. So you got to mix those in every now and then, I think. Oh, I was so scared to press there. I was so scared to press there. I almost got the shit Tiger Jin right out of me. Oh, I messed up. What? I got opened up. Level 1 finish? No? Okay. Trash Talk is on Spotify, yes, and the new episode is already there. So Spotify is still a go. Nothing changing on that front. I'm out. This was a weird combo. I really was not expecting that Tiger Knee. Okay, enough. Yeah, nothing's changing on the Spotify front at all. Just a new YouTube channel. Let me out! I'm in the vortex! Oh god. Nice. Oh, wait, that was negative. I messed up. I should take my turn back. Yeah, GG. GG. My opportunity was I blocked crouching MK and I pressed parry after like a bum. That was my moment to turn something around there. I did not expect the Tasty Steve Brawl Pro lore drop, right? That's crazy. You also mentioned Blarlad. I didn't talk about that, but I didn't know that Blarlad was like an OG in any scene, dude. Blarlad to me is the... I don't know if they're the same Blarlad, but Blarlad is the Abigail that uses V-Skill 2 and chucks tires. You said you hung out with Blarlad? I'm like, it kind of went past in the combo, but I'm like, wait, what do you mean, Blarlad? Were you guys playing Street Fighter V Abigail back in 2006? Oh! Drive rush. I'm too old for this shit, man. Nice. More of those. People are catching on to the perfect parry timing for the Seismo. I should do more like this. Spend a bar, especially if I'm drive meter healthy, and I could have. They hold parry there. I can drive rush up and grab them. I always forget what the combo here is, though. I think it's that. I hate how Viper gets hit during her own super. That's whatever. Her super doesn't visually read that well to me. I kind of don't register anything that's happening when I do her level 3. Oh shit, Noah? Bison for the Noah? Oh, fuck. All right, my turn to get perfected. All right, not a P. Nightmare Effect with the 7-2, thank you. I dropped my combo. I gotta double check what's going on with my combo. I keep dropping it. I missed my DP. Thank you. Nice conversion. What up, Riddles? Appreciate the stream. Guessing it didn't end the best way, considering I got raided. Faded? Yeah. I'm guessing he's out of TNS. Hopefully he had a good run. Lord Riddles. He won super quick? Oh, okay. Nice. Good shit. Bipsent. No! Oh, okay, he didn't punish me. Okay, I was like negative 14 at least there. No, I'm delay taking like a bum. All right, GG's. I'm really bad at knowing the light ranges. Like the fact that you saw in that interaction right there that I did this and the second light whiffed and he immediately pressed medium. That's definitely something that's tough to handle in this game for me. I immediately got counter poked there because I tried to do 2 jabs. Oh god. Sweet. I'm trying to use that combo with the medium burn kick. It sets up a meaty burn kick, and it does a little bit more damage. I think I could have killed there. I should lab that. I think I could have killed him. Crouching medium to OD. Seismo. Would you ever play Blanca? I'm not against it, but I don't have any plans to. Playing with a GameCube controller? No. That'd be tight. What the fuck? I might as well be. What the hell was that opening? Hey, what up, Nuggy? How's it going? No! Whack, whack. Thank you. Nice. Oh, fuck. I meant to level 2. I don't think... I thought about level 1 for a second, and then I was like, I don't think level 1 will kill. Let me level 2. And then I did fucking level 2, but with kicks. Level 1 is with kick, level 3 is with kicks. I did level 2 motion with kicks, which gives me level 3. Oh, mistimed that. Okay, GG's. Oscar Champ, thanks for the gifted sub. Thanks for dunking sub Tracty to the dumpster. Appreciate it. Doing well. Good to see you streaming. Yeah. I was traveling a bit. Busy with other things. Trying to make some more time to stream. 1900 MR sheesh. Don't worry, I'll lose it all soon. I think I'm figuring out how to be a little bit more consistent with Viper, but I'm still gonna lose it. What did I want to lab? Why is this combo being weird? This combo is so strange to me. I don't know why this works sometimes and doesn't work other times. Do I need to delay the burn kick? 7. 5. 7. Oh, I'm just delaying the burn kick too much? Oh, is this a 1-frame timing? Yeah, it works on frame 5 burn kick after the recovery. 6? Oh, it's a 1-frame timing. I didn't realize that. Tiger Negan on the earliest possible frame is just a little bit harder because you got to avoid getting the ground burn kick. It's not that hard, but it can be a little annoying. Oh, doesn't this also set up a framed perfect meaty stand medium punch? I forgot about that. You get a +2 there. Close enough. Welcome back. 1-frame link being beat. Nah, it ain't anywhere near close to that. That would be some micro walk shit. It's nowhere near close to that. Alright, this is what I fear the most. A 1600 MR Bison. There we go. Alright. Landing it more consistently now. Ah. Not there, though. Oi! Yeah, true. Oh, level 3?
Your time ends here. Be gone.
Okay. I'll take it. Is 1950 versus 1627 a huge difference in skill? It's a big difference in consistency, but like you can lose. I lose to fucking. You can lose to any rank, man. It doesn't matter. Word? I probably shouldn't be doing this. Nice. Woo! No! No! Ah, I had so many flubs. I am so dumb. Guys. Guys, please. Please. I told you this is my scariest opponent yet. Minus 14! I dropped. Damn. I meant to throw him. Oh!
我慢しなさい。
I wanted to block that. I did the Seismo feint to bait that, but walk straight into it anyways. Alright, GG's. Wouldn't have been a bad MR exchange if I didn't lose 14 fucking points. Brian, let's bring Tweak from Smash into Street Fighter 6. He'd be an absolute goat. I think you even saw him back in the Street Fighter 5 using Seth. I mean, what do you mean, let's? He can do whatever he wants, man. Yeah, he was playing Street Fighter 5 a bit. I played him in Street Fighter 5 when I was ranking up my PC account. He told me after the fact. He was watching the Brian F channel back then. He's a gamer. Dalsim's a weird matchup with Viper for me right now. I don't know what to think of it. Wake up. Okay. Nice check. Does this work? Oh shit, what could I have done there? Cool. Oh, my jumping just whipped? I should have jumped with like across it there. Okay, hold on, hold on. Why is nothing connecting? Oh my god, oh my god. Spioni! No! I dropped. I should have considered not losing there. Smoke, dude. Oh yeah, I got nothing started. Alright, do these. Yeah, I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do. I mean, if I just didn't drop my offensive, I would have had that round before. It just feels like get lucky and maul. I was wondering if maybe I could do something with this though. I haven't used this move.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, you just cannot do that against Guile. Flash kick. 2 horizontal. Sweet. I don't know what to do when I hit him out of the air there. I should have drive rush canceled. I think it would have killed. I don't think this is gonna kill now. I'm dumb. Nice. He had one way to win, and that was a jump, and I gave him exactly that. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just got out of the corner. Missed my DP. Sweet. Ah, I was so delayed. Nice. I gotta stop doing that ever against Guile because it will never work. Nice. All right, read him that time at least. I'm glad I recognized the meter situation there and adjusted the combo. I almost went for OD burn kick and I had just run out of the bar. When's the Viper cosplay? What, OG or the new look? Oh god. Ah, nice, that's nice. Whoops! I meant to do level 2 super. Woo. Getting a little spaghetti there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
出力でいくわ。残業はしないし。
Kind of close. I don't know if I was going to kill him on that meterless combo. Alright, GG's. Hey, Jojo. No, you can't have my salad. Oh, Wi-Fi Bison. Nice, okay. I just want every variation of Bison I can get. High ranked, low ranked, Wi-Fi. Perfect. What? It's cool. It's cool. We're good. No problem. What? Okay. I just think they stopped blocking. It'd be like that sometimes. Nice. Nice chase down. When do I play? What? Ah. They challenge there? Oh god. I am in a bad spot. I got it killed! Ah, nice whip punish. All right, optimize that a little bit. All right, I think I'm gonna end it here. A little bit of an MR loss, but whatever. It's getting late. GG's. I got to figure out what's going on with my frame rate and all that. I'm dropping frames again. It's like every time I go back to playing this game on stream, performance just takes a huge hit. GG's everybody though. It's fun to play a little bit of Street Fighter on stream. I haven't done that in a minute. I'm going to pack it up here. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to send you guys over to TNS. My schedule should be a little bit more free coming up, so I'll try. I'm going to be, trying to do more regular streams again. But that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. Check out the new Trash Talk channel, the merch store, by the way, brianf.shop. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace. And later YouTube as well. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys.
Two lines, none of the